Hey there. So when I was thinking about a topic I wanted to speak on, I started thinking about my Lee life. As everyone else knows, we are all stuck at home, so why not think about it? I started Lee in fall 2019, and it's been the biggest life-changing thing I could have done. But with that being said, I also thought about all the requirements that we have to go through to graduate from Lee, which I'm not complaining because I absolutely love Lee University. But we have global perspectives where we have to get a cultural experience. We have our religious credits, our Old Testament, New Testament, all those fun things. But what is one thing we all know about that takes 80 hours of our Lee life? That's right, our service hours. Don't get me wrong. I think serving people is fantastic, especially as a woman that was raised in a Christian home. You know, we are always taught to serve as Christ did, and that's why Lee does it, is because of the example Christ set for us. But always think about why else would we do it if we didn't have Christ as an example? So I wanted to talk about why should we volunteer? What are some community needs? How it helps our community? And personal benefits, because yes, it might sound selfish, but when we're serving people, it helps us too. So starting off with what are some needs, one of the first needs I'm going to mention today is at-risk youth. They need mentors. So according to bustle.com, more than 1.5 million students fail to graduate high school. This could be due to lack of parental expectations or community support. It also can go back to the school system with a negative school climate or suspension. There's just various different problems that could be happening. But with mentors, it helps set an example of a life they could better themselves for, which I think is a really great program, especially at our age when we are doing stuff to change our own lives. We can also do it to help to change others. Another point is nursing homes or assisted living centers. They want people to come and spend time with them. According to AJC.com, more than 50% of residents have no close relatives. 46% have no living children. It breaks my heart to know that these many people are alone. And with that, it ties into loneliness, which ties into depression and anxiety and different medical courses. But all they're wanting for is like social interactions. And my last point about community needs is poverty. According to povertyusa.org, more than 1.8 million Americans are considered poor in comparison to the 328.6 million people that are in America. Let that sink in for you. 328.6 million people, and 1 in 8 of those people are considered poor. Some of these people have a roof over their head and food on their table, but according to the USDA, estimated that 11.1% of households were food insecure in 2018, which means that approximately 14.3 million households struggle to provide food for their household. This is just an example to show you that there's poverty going out this country. And yes, we might not see it on the outside, but it's happening, especially in communities that you wouldn't think. I know there's plenty of other places that need help: homeless shelters, food pantries, animal shelters. And so don't get me wrong, this is just a few of the community needs at a surface level because we only have a certain amount of time. But helping out with these needs, it also impacts our community. According to NLC.com, it builds relationships, providing opportunities for citizens to help one another can strengthen the civic fabric of the community as well. So when y'all come together and create these relationships and friendships, y'all come together for one reason, and it's for whatever organization you're trying to serve or what change you're wanting to come to your community, and that just builds a way to make a change. Another point is it solves problems. According to THV 11, volunteering allows you to address the issues. Far too many people see problems and merely complain about them, when it's so easy to get in your car or even walk and go and serve people that are in need physically and mentally, and just fill in the gap that is missing. And the last point that helps our community that I'm going to talk about today is it brings reality. KnowHow.org says, when volunteering, spreads awareness of real issues that need help. I feel as though sometimes we get caught up in our own house and our own needs, that we forget there are people that are suffering around this world and also right down the street from us. And that just proves to show that we can help and make a difference, because if we're living a great life, I want someone else to live a great life. And I know I can pour into them. And so That also benefits us when we help people. According to projecthelpin.org, 76% of people who say that volunteering has made them feel better. I think that's so cool. They also said that 80% of people who volunteer say that they feel like they have control over their mental health and depression. 78% of people who volunteer say that they're feeling lower stress levels. These are just statistics to prove that when you're serving people, it's also serving yourself as a person, because I know when I do good things for people and pour out my love and my ability to serve, I know how much it makes me feel better. And this kind of helps me know, and seeing these numbers, that it's actually real and it's not just me. Another thing is, according to United Way Century, that it gives career opportunities. Volunteering always looks great on resumes. Social responsibility is more important to both consumers and companies these days than it ever has been before, because employers are looking for employees that are willing to serve hand in hand. I would rather have someone that has zero work experience that is willing to learn than someone who's been working for years and stuck in their own ways and not willing to serve as anyone else would. Another thing is, it gives a sense of purpose and motivation. According to growassemble.com, volunteering will get you to try new things with a cause behind it, which can give you a boost of motivation and purpose in your life. I know for me, when I volunteered at places, that I've seen my life in a whole different perspective, and it's actually made me change my own life plans, which I thought would never happen. But now I want to be an advocate for people that can't properly communicate what they need in the workplace. And that's just one example of many people that have been changed by volunteering. And I'm very thankful to be a part of that. In conclusion, according to nonprofitsources.com, on average, people spend an average of 52 hours per year volunteering their time. So when I want to get down and sad about I have to give 80 hours of my time at leave for service, this brings me back into perspective that these people are spending 52 hours a year instead of 80 hours in between 4 years of my life. That makes me want to do better in my life. And I hope that shows you that it's not that hard to give your time also. We can impact communities' needs by just making a little effort. We can be the difference that changes a life. So I just wanted to end with a quote by Martin Luther King Jr. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? I want that to be my question every day, and I hope that inspires you to make it yours also. Thank you.